What's going on, YouTube? Thought I'd show you a little video on my latest project I'm working on. As you can see, this is a Garmin. I think it's a 255 or a 205W. It's one of those GPS devices, but I don't know if you can see real close, but yeah, screen's all cracked, so I haven't been able to find a new screen yet on the website, but I'm looking. But here's a little pointer I thought I'd give you guys to taking these things apart. I know there's a video out there on how to take these things apart. They sell you they want to sell the batteries, you know. I don't know, it's something 9 or something. I don't even know what side it is, but it'll get you to a certain degree, but it won't show you a few little tips and tricks, like making sure that you see those two holes. Well, those two holes are for the screws. Man, you got to use a Torx 5 and just dig in there and really get those out to get those screws out. Of course, you got to take this. Those screws are hidden by this label here. You just take the label off, and then once you get those two screws out, you got to really be careful with this plastic. You know what I did? I had one of these that was broken, like right here. I've got another one of these that's broken. I just all I did was just took a hacksaw and cut the plastic. And if you use plastic on plastic, you won't ruin the plastic casing and break everything trying to take it apart. But let's say you're trying to replace the battery on this, okay? You finally got it apart. You didn't tear it up too bad. This is going to be together. This ribbon is going to be on here. It's going to be on that right there, that white tab, and you got to be so unbelievably careful. You got to take both. You got to use two hands. You got to put pressure on one side of that white flap. At the same time, putting the same kind of pressure, use your fingernails on that white flap and pull up. Don't pull from one side or the other. It's going to come out and it's ruined. You just ruined your whole board. Okay, so there's a little trick for you. Be careful that once that flap is up, it's fine, but this will come right out. That's for your LCD. Okay, so that's just a little trick for your Garmin. Now, this particular device, we'd have to take these screws out if we wanted to change the battery out. If we weren't just changing the screen out, we'd take that out and that would flip out. And then here's what you'd see. You would see this right here, which is your battery. But here's a little trick, okay? Your battery hooks into this right there, okay? Now, if that doesn't come out, I'll tell you the easiest thing to do, and this is the best trick of all that you won't believe. What you do is you leave as much length as you can from the battery, and then you cut it. See, I've done that. I've cut it, and I've stripped the wires and put a new battery in. Did the same thing with the battery, just cut the battery at the end. Actually, this was just a replacement battery, but I've got about 10 laying around. But what you do is, it's easier just to match up the colors. Just cut the wires, and you can see green on green, red on red, and I think the other one's black on black. Black's for ground. So that's it, guys. A little trick for you. Man, sometimes these things won't come out, these connections to the batteries, and you'll rip out the things without getting that plastic piece out, or sometimes this whole thing will rip out. It's much easier just to cut them. Use your teeth. Like if I was going to put that battery in, all I'd do is just cut this right here, and I'd use my teeth, and I'd just strip all three of those wires, put them together with the same connector. That's it. Plug it in. That's your Garmin tip for today, man. That's valuable information I'm giving you guys. I hate to even give out my tips and tricks, but I've been doing this a long time, and you got to be really careful. I hate to see you guys break your breaker Garmin units, trying that out. But I'm going to find a screen for this, and I'm going to show you guys how to replace it. So anyway, as soon as I find a screen, I'll show you how to click it all back together. It's not hard. I bet you guys can do it. But anyway, that's just helpful tips for today. I hope it helps you out. Don't forget. Oh, it's killing me to say it. Subscribe. I don't know.